In a remote village by the Narmada River lived a boy named Aryan, whose hands were always stained with ink. While other children climbed trees or chased birds, Aryan sat alone by the riverbank, scribbling endlessly in a worn-out notebook with an old pen gifted by his father. "What are you writing all day? Will writing ever fill your stomach?" his mother often scolded during dinner. But his father, a humble shoemaker, would silently rest his rough hands on Aryan's shoulder. "Keep writing, son. Someday, someone will read your words." A dream beyond the page. At the age of 14, Aryan attended a rare town fair. There, he stumbled into a booth run by a non-profit tech organization offering free programming lessons for kids. On the screen was a simple message: "Build the world you want, with your fingertips." That night, Aryan couldn't sleep. For the first time, he dreamed not just on paper, but on a glowing screen. Every weekend, he walked over 5 kilometers to reach the tech center, scrubbing floors and weeding gardens in exchange for free classes. By 18, Aryan earned a full scholarship to study computer science in Mumbai. On the day he left, his father hugged him tight and said, "Don't just learn to make money. Learn to change something." The first fall, Mumbai felt like another planet. Skyscrapers, sleepless cafes, and people who spoke of millions like they spoke of flour and rice. Aryan lived in a cramped, leaking room, juggling classes with odd jobs, waiting tables, delivering packages, and tutoring online. In his final year, Aryan launched Voice to Learn, a platform that helped illiterate people learn through voice-based content in local languages. But right after its launch, the server crashed, data got lost, and his investors pulled out. One night, Aryan stared blankly at his screen. His dream was falling apart, but then he remembered his father's voice. "As long as your hands are stained with ink, you are still writing your life story." The comeback Aryan refused to give up. He spent the next year rebuilding, no PR, no buzz, just focusing on real users, village women who couldn't read, elders struggling with smartphones, and curious children who had never seen a school. The app was designed to be as simple as possible. Just say, "I want to learn how to grow tomatoes," and the lesson would begin. Aryan partnered with grassroots organizations and secured microfunding. A year later, the app reached over 100,000 users across rural India and caught the attention of national education programs. Glory and a journey back, Aryan was honored at a national tech summit. But instead of attending the after party, he quietly boarded a night train back home. The river still flowed. The trees still stood, but his father was gone. Aryan placed a bouquet on his grave and whispered, "Papa, I'm still writing. But now, I write not just for myself. I write for millions who were never given the pen." Spreading the spark. Back in his village, Aryan opened a learning center with internet, digital tools, and volunteer teachers. He shared his story with the children who reminded him of his younger self. He traveled to rural areas, speaking about his journey from paper to platform. He was no longer just a coder or a social entrepreneur. Aryan had become a symbol of hope for those who dare to dream and never give up. Final message: you don't need a rich background to do something extraordinary. All you need is belief, the hunger to learn, and the will to never stop trying. If the world refuses to hand you the pen, create your own ink. A single piece of paper, written with enough passion, can become a chapter that changes the world.